You know that feeling of being completely zapped, like someone just pulled the plug on your life force? Sometimes, the culprit isn't stress or lack of sleep, but the person closest to you. This isn't about obvious abuse, it's about the insidious behaviors that subtly, but surely, steal your joy and energy. Learn to spot these silent spirit sappers before it's too late. Today, we're going to talk about the hidden signs of life-draining relationships, the ones that can wear you down without a single fight or dramatic blow-up. Because protecting your energy isn't selfish, it's survival. And if you've been feeling stuck, anxious, or like you're slowly disappearing in a relationship, this could be the wake-up call you've been needing. Stick with me until the end, because once you learn to spot these patterns, you'll never see your relationships the same way again. And if you've ever felt that quiet exhaustion but didn't know why, this might be the missing piece you've been searching for. Life draining doesn't always look like abuse. In fact, that's what makes it so dangerous. It hides in plain sight. It's the slow erosion of your spirit, the gradual fading of your laughter, and the subtle way your dreams start to feel too heavy to chase. Sometimes it's born from neglect, other times from control, and often it's not even malicious. But whether it comes from carelessness or intention, the effect is the same. You start to lose yourself. In these kinds of relationships, it's not one big moment that breaks you. It's 1,000 small moments that chip away at you until you barely recognize who you were before. It's the constant interruptions when you try to speak. It's the way your concerns are brushed aside as if they're inconveniences. It's the feeling that your emotions are too much, your needs are unreasonable, and your worth is conditional. Over time, you learn to shrink to fit the space you're given, forgetting that you were meant to take up more. Before we can break free, we have to name it. And that's where the real shift begins, because once you see the pattern, you can't unsee it. One of the clearest places these patterns show up is in the way they communicate with you. Pay attention to the conversations you have. Do they have a way of taking every topic, your wins, your struggles, even your pain, and making it about themselves? That's conversational hijacking, and it leaves you feeling unheard, even when you've just spent an hour talking. Then there's the subtle dismissal of your feelings. Maybe you've heard phrases like, "You're overreacting," or "It's not that big of a deal." At first, you might brush it off, but over time, it teaches you to second-guess your own emotions. You start wondering if you really are too sensitive, when in reality, they've just learned to invalidate you without raising their voice. And let's not forget the "always right" syndrome, the intellectual arrogance that turns every disagreement into a battle you can't win. It's not about finding understanding, it's about them proving a point. And after enough of those moments, you stop trying to express yourself at all, because deep down, you already know how the conversation will end. Beyond words, life-draining behavior often shows up in patterns you can feel more than you can see. Some people live in a constant state of victimhood, turning every setback into a story where the world is against them. At first, you may try to comfort them, to lift them up, but eventually, their endless need for pity starts to wear you down, leaving your empathy reserves empty. Others use control in ways so subtle you almost miss it. A passive-aggressive comment here, a guilt trip there, or an unspoken expectation that keeps you walking on eggshells. They don't have to say, "Do what I want." You just know the cost if you don't. And then there are the energy vampires, the ones who never do anything obviously cruel, yet after every interaction you feel heavier, quieter, and inexplicably tired. You can't pinpoint a single thing they did wrong, but the effect is undeniable. Your light feels dimmer every time you're with them. The real danger is how these patterns quietly reshape you from the inside out. You might notice a constant undercurrent of anxiety, even when nothing bad is happening. You second-guess yourself more often, questioning whether your thoughts and feelings are valid. The hobbies, passions, and friendships that once lit you up start to fade into the background, replaced by an exhausting focus on keeping the peace. This is where self-reflection becomes essential. Ask yourself, do I feel more alive after spending time with this person, or do I feel drained? Am I growing, or am I just getting through each day? Try what I call energy accounting. Keep track, mentally or in writing, of the people and situations that leave you feeling lighter versus those that leave you feeling depleted. Over time, you'll start to see the patterns, and once you see them clearly, you can't pretend they don't exist. Breaking free doesn't always mean walking away overnight. it starts with reclaiming small pieces of yourself. Begin with micro-boundaries. Take a little more time for yourself, limit certain conversations, or allow yourself to say no without explaining. These small acts send a powerful message to both you and the other person that your energy is valuable and worth protecting. Seek perspective outside the relationship. Talk to trusted friends, family, or a professional who can help you see things clearly when your own judgment feels clouded. Often, an outside voice can confirm what your heart already knows but your mind struggles to accept. Most importantly, remember this: recognizing the signs is already a victory. You've pulled back the curtain on behavior that thrives in the shadows. Protecting your energy is not selfish, it's survival. And the more you honor your worth, the closer you get to relationships that truly nourish and uplift you. You deserve to feel seen, heard, and valued in every relationship you allow into your life. No one has the right to quietly drain the life out of you, no matter how subtle their methods may be. The moment you choose to protect your energy, you're sending a message, not just to them, but to yourself, that you are worthy of love that lifts you higher, not weighs you down. So take this as your reminder and your permission. It's okay to set limits, to walk away, and to choose peace over chaos. Your happiness isn't negotiable, and your light isn't up for dimming. If what we've talked about today struck a chord with you, share this message with someone who might need it. And if you're ready to start building connections that give as much as they take, hit that subscribe button and join me on this journey, because life's too short to spend it running on empty.